What is up, Pokefans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is Season 8, where we climb the ranked ladder to hit Master Rank using a team that we built from scratch. And there's a little bit of an asterisk to that. As you guys can see, our Regulation D video is up and ready to go. So if you want to see that before watching this, go ahead and pause this, go back over there, because it gives you an outlook of our team. I'll go ahead and quickly show it to you guys as a reminder. Now, the reason why there's a little bit of an asterisk is because some of the Pokemon did come from other games. As you can see here, this Tornadus came from Sword and Shield. Urshifu came from Sword and Shield, and Regieleki came from Sword and Shield. They're already trained back then, so these were trained from scratch, but just came from my game in Sword and Shield. This is our team. We're going to be using a hyper offensive Tailwind Speed Core. I'm hoping that we do really well with this team. Now, there are going to be some changes if in fact that we don't do really well. Tornadus, for one, is going to be replaced by Talonflame if he in fact cannot perform the way that I think. We will also replace Amoonguss for Fluttermane, which is why Fluttermane's above him, because of the fact that everyone on my team is really fast and Amoonguss is incredibly slow. But I wanted to keep up with the core of fire, water, and grass. And I have no fire, but that was going to be Talonflame, water, which is Urshifu, and grass, which is Amoonguss. So that's that whole thing. The move sets are really easy, with Tornadus being sent out first so that we can get the Tailwind because of Prankster, Rain Dance for the weather, and Taunt because why not? And we're going to be using the new move, Bleak Windstorm. I've hardly ever used it outside of like casual matches, so it's not always 100% guaranteed that we're going to get the speed down, which I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. We don't need it. Garchomp comes for another season, and I forgot to change his Terra, but right now it's Terra Fairy. We're going to change that to Steel here in a little bit so that we can get that Terra Blast Steel instead of Terra Blast Fairy. I don't think the Runic Pokemon are going to be a huge problem anymore in this gen, but we'll see them pop up every now and then, and hopefully we'll be able to counter them if we do see them. Urshifu is also going to be part of the team. We have Surging Strikes to get through Protect because of Unseen Fist. We also have Protect on there and Close Combat and Aqua Jet, which is a priority move. So one reason why I don't use Choice Band is because of the fact that I don't want to get locked into a priority move that doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Hopefully with Rain Dance, we'll be able to upgrade his attacks to where it makes it kind of decent. Regieleki here with Thunderbolt and Magnet for the item to make it really hard to not get knocked out by him. He also has Protect and Electro Web to lower down my opponent's speed if that comes to be an issue. With Fluttermane and Iron Bundle, specifically those two, Regieleki can be outsped with booster energy. So that's going to be one thing that I'm going to be looking out for the most in terms of that type of matchup. If they can outspeed me, I will have to open up with Tornadus. If they can't, then Regieleki will have no problem running through both of those Pokemon. Amoonguss, because I needed someone that's going to be able to withstand in Trick Room. Spore is also really good, as well as Rage Powder to be able to read indirect. So why not? He seems to be like one of the top Pokemon, at least for bulkiness in this gen. So everyone's going to be using him. So try to plan accordingly around him. And then Chien-Pao. I don't really have a whole lot to say. He still has Terra Flying to be able to let Garchomp do Garchomp things in Earthquake, but we'll see how that goes. That's the only thing I've got for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into our first match and let's get this party started. Alrighty, for our first match, we've got Dragonite, Rillaboom. Ooh, I haven't seen him in a while. Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and Tornadus. Interesting stuff here, guys. This is quite exciting. Okay, so we don't really have an answer for Rillaboom outside of Chien-Pao. Dragonite is also under question, but we might be able to win over him if well, I mean, that's going to be really hard, actually. We don't have Fluttermane to deal with him anymore. But that's okay. We still have Chien-Pao that can do ice and fighting. We still have Urshifu here that can do ice and, or that can do fighting and surging strikes because, you know, try to get over that. I wonder if that's single strike or rapid strike. Ugh. I love rapid strike. We're going to come in with Tornadus and Garchomp, Regieleki, and then maybe Chien-Pao. I think that's who we're going to walk in with, because we're going to need to be able to knock out Tornadus. We're gonna have to deal with Dragonite and Chien-Pao. Fluttermane is also like on there, but with Garchomp having Terra Steel, we don't have to worry about being weak to to fairy attacks. We'll just now either negated or I don't think that Fairy like really does anything to that, but we'll see. Chien-Pao and Dragonite will be on their side of the field, and Tornadus and Garchomp will be on mine. So first off, we're going to go ahead and get started with the a Tailwind so that we outspeed for sure. And then we could go up with the Dragon Claw with the Dragonite if he doesn't automatically like open up with his thing there. We should yes, Dragon Claw. Well, no, Chien-Pao could still use Ice Spinner. So we're gonna Terra Steel and use Terra Blast. Because the Ice Spinner, I mean, it can still take out Tornadus as well, but we're gonna get Prankster off before that. So they will also Terra, and their Dragonite goes to Terra Normal. Good show. Extreme Speed. It's gonna hit Garchomp, which doesn't do a whole lot. It's about half. Rough Skin will now pop the scale if it has one. Tailwind will now go off of Tornadus. Will now mean that I will outspeed. And Terra Blast from Garchomp into Chien-Pao. Here, have some. And we'll pop it down to its Sash. Now Chien-Pao will do what? Sacred Sword into the Garchomp, which will unfortunately knock it out. But Rough Skin will also take Chien-Pao out with me. That was a good call. We were hoping to not do so much damage, but I took someone with me. Question is, now what I do about that Dragonite? Well, I'll bring in my Chien-Pao. Why not? And with me having Tailwind, I don't have to worry about being outsped. Right now, the only thing that's going to beat me in speed is literally... Ooh, it's shiny. Is literally Pokemon that... Ooh, Grassy Surge. Neat. I'll take that. Tornadus, go ahead and use... Yeah, let's use that. And then we'll go ahead and use Ice Spinner to get rid of the Grassy Surge. And we'll hit the Dragonite. Fake out. Gonna hit Chien-Pao, which is crit. That's interesting. Extreme Speed. Now goes into Chien-Pao. Knocks him out. Unfortunate. Dragonite is still a problem in this gen. But now we do Bleak Wind Storm. Dragonite will avoid it. Oh, it's because I don't have... Gotcha. But you know what? That's okay. That is okay. Now, kind of in trouble. Because now we have Regieleki, who isn't really going to withstand a whole lot. But we could Rain Dance and get it set up. But Fake Out is no longer a problem. This Dragonite is, though. Yeah, why not? We'll get that set up. And we will... You know what? We'll protect. We'll protect. I should have protected last turn because I completely forgot that Rillaboom has a Fake Out. But that's okay. We'll protect this turn. I have it for a reason. I need to start using it. Extreme Speed goes into the Regieleki slot, which I cannot see because for some reason he's too small. Rain Dance will now come in. And Rillaboom will now use U-Turn, which also goes into Regieleki. So that's funny. And now Dragonite goes back up to full, and it might have multi-scale back. And now we will use Bleak Wind on the team. And we will go ahead and use Thunderbolt on the Dragonite. Extreme Speed will now hit Thundurus, or Tornadus, which is, oh, critical hit, and it knocks him out. Incredibly frail. So here comes Thunderbolt. And it takes him about half, and he's paralyzed. Let's go. Here comes U-turn. About half for Regieleki. He goes right back to the trainer. And we get to see now the third. The final Pokemon, which is Fluttermane. This is the other Pokemon I was worried about because, yeah. Oh. Well, I outspeed Fluttermane because there was no booster energy. So we're going to go ahead and just Thunderbolt the Fluttermane. Extreme Speed will come into the Dragonite and knock out Regieleki. Never mind, guys. I tricked you. Haha. That's okay. Oof. Dragonite, man. Alrighty, and our next match is here. We've got Ursaluna, Cresselia, Heatran, Rillaboom, sorry, I don't know why I keep on saying Rillaboom, Urshifu, and Fluttermane. So a really heavy Trick Room team, which is why we have Amoonguss here. Now, Ursaluna is really interesting. He's really slow, but incredibly bulky. We'll use Guts and Flame Orb, and we'll also have a Facade. So I do have to plan around that a little bit. Now, I don't have a Fluttermane or a Ghost type on my team to be able to handle Facade, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to try to play this a different kind of way. Let's see. We're gonna play, who do we play? Let's do Tornadus and Urshifu, Qianpao, and Garchomp. I think that's who we'll play. Now, Cresselia is definitely a Pokemon that's gonna probably take some names this gen. Okay, and it's gonna be Rillaboom and Cresselia. Oh God, I keep doing that. Stop it. Why is the camera like way up? I can't. Hey. Hey. Oh, okay. Never mind, guys. All right, match number 3. We've got Kleavor. I think that's what his name. Tornadus, Dragonite, Qianpao, Urshifu, and Fluttermane. Whew. Okay. I don't know Kleavor's typing. He's like rock something. I don't know. Like I played Arceus. I just recently completed the Dex, which is great. I finally have all the plates. It took me all freaking last part of the gen to do it, but okay. We'll bring out Regieleki this time. Garchomp and Urshifu. We'll leave Qianpao in the back. I'm assuming that they're gonna bring out their Qianpao because of the fact that Dragonite's also in the team. He is so strong, so freaking strong. And if you guys didn't know, I won match 2. I guess they DC'd. I hate that. I hate that so much. Sent out Kleavor and Tornadus. So unfortunately, I'm not going to do a whole lot, but I'm going to tail. Oh, well, do I Tailwind? I mean, right now I'm faster than his team. So taunt the Tornadus. I mean, it might not be rock. I mean, Kleavor is able to take damage. Okay, we'll give it a try. He's probably gonna Terra though. Protect on the Tornadus. Good call, because Taunt was gonna come up and hit him with that. Because right now I don't have to worry about being outsped. Thunderbolt. Oh! Here comes Stone Axe. Whoa! Okay. And there's the spikes. All right. All right. Come on out, Urshifu. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get started up with the Tailwind. And I'm going to Aqua Jet. So I want priority. He's probably going to swap, but it wouldn't be beneficial. He probably should just accept the fact that this is a free switch in and do a status move. Because neither one of the genies, like Tornadus or Thundurus, can't use Will-O-Wisp or any of the screens. Which, if you ask me, is a major flaw in these guys. I thought I would be able to use a screener. So we might change him out to be someone that has Prankster but can do screens. Tailwind. So yeah, that's exactly what I would have done in that position. Like, okay, I have to make a decision. That's going to be it, honestly. I'm not going to taunt their side because I need to be able to outspeed. So, and which they could still get to me pretty easily. Let's see. Probably going to swap to Dragon or to Garchomp now. I still have access to my Terra. Question is, will Rain Dance and Terra Water Searching Strikes on Dragonite. They withdrew Tornadus. Sent out probably Chien-Pao. It is. Are you going to Terra Normal? Because I'm going to Terra Water now. So this should do a whole lot. Now, multi-skill is going to negate the first attack, but as soon as the first attack goes through, it's not going to do a whole lot. And they will also Terra. It's going to be the Dragonite because he was on the field. And that's going to be Terra Normal, so he's going to be an extreme speed. Oh, priorities, man. Extreme speed, and it's going to be Urshifu, which is going to knock him out. Nothing I could have done there. Absolutely nothing. I hate extreme speed, man. I absolutely hate it. Now I have a problem. Okay, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna protect. Right now, Garchomp's Terra Blast is not usable because it's just normal. Extreme Speed will go into the Garchomp, and probably something from Ice Spinner will also go into that slot as well. And here comes Bleak Wind. That will do a whole lot, and it will also lower... oh, no, it won't. No, it will not. Okay, we have Tailwind up for one more turn. Crud. Ah, crud. Yeah, they outspeed me. Extreme Speed. Garchomp. 16. Does a lot. Rough Skin's going to do a little bit of damage to him. Ice Spinner now is going to go into Garchomp as well. Knock him out. So Rough Skin will also hurt Chien-Pao. Here comes Bleak Wind now. Definitely going to knock out Chien-Pao. Gets Dragonite really, really low. Jesus, I really need to use Dragonite. Like, Dragonites are a problem. They've been a problem since the beginning. Well, hello there, Tornadus. Welcome back to the field. Yeah, this is extreme speed. Yep, KO. Whew. Rough. All right, battle number 4 ready to go, and we're pretty much fighting the same person as last time. It's not really the same person, but the exact same team. We've got Kleavor, Tornadus, Dragonite, Chin-Pao, Urshifu, and Fluttermane. Oh my god. Oh, now this is gonna be kind of hard to counter. Okay, so we shouldn't open up with Regieleki. Instead, we will open up with Urshifu instead. I mean, Regieleki was good to open, but we should have really focused on Tornadus, because then Tornadus wouldn't be able to do anything. It's my stupid idea to not, but we do need to get Kleavor out of the way first. We'll also bring in Regieleki and Chien-Pao. We will not bring in Garchomp because that was the thing that I had worried against the most. Dragonite is automatically going to be the person to watch out for, and like even if we do need to watch out for Garchomp getting to use the Terra. So Tornadus and Kleavor against my Tornadus and my Urshifu. We're gonna Tailwind, and I'm gonna Surging Strikes the Kleavor because I believe I'm faster. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know that Pokemon a whole lot. They will Terra, and it's going to be the Kleavor, and he becomes Terra Water. Good call. Okay, I use Tailwind. So now Urshifu is faster, but Tornadus gets Prankster first. Okay, Surging Strikes. There goes one, which is a crit. Ooh, hurt by a Rocky Helmet. 2, another crit, hurt by Rocky Helmet. I am losing health quite a bit. 3, crit, lost health. Half my HP. That's insane. Stone Axe goes into the Tornadus. We'll knock him out. And drop spikes. So now we'll bring in Regieleki. He'll get dinged a little bit because of the spikes. Now I'll throw out Electro Web, which is going to damage both. And I will protect Urshifu. I think that's going to be the play. Hopefully Electro Web will do a lot of damage to both of them. It may not, but we'll see. I should do a lot with Transistor, which does, you know, boost up electric attacks, plus Magnet, which is going to do the exact same thing. So I think overall it's like a +5 or 0.5 maybe. Sent out Dragonite. Protect. So Dragonite can't attack. I use Electro Web. Doing both will knock out. Ooh, that was a crit? Ouch. We'll knock out Tornadus for sure. Now, Dragonite can't Terra, so we're okay on that front. We'll now bring out the Chien-Pao, which also has a move. I'm going to protect with Regieleki. I could Terra. It's super effective against the Dragonite. Dragonite's going to use something. So I'm going to protect here, and I'm going to close combat. No, Surging Strikes. The Chien-Pao. Protect on the Chien-Pao. That's a good call. What is Dragonite going to do? Extreme Speed. Into the Urshifu. We'll knock him out. Dang it. Why? 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 That's okay. as now I'll bring out my own Chien-Pao. Now that Dragonite's locked into extreme speed, we have a way easier time of dealing with him. But I'm gonna Terra Ice, and I'm gonna hit Dragonite with a lot. And I'm gonna Sucker Punch. Dragonite. I think that's the call. Like I said, Dragonite's locked into extreme speed. Oh yeah, Sucker Punch doesn't work on extreme speed. Fudge. Oh. Oh. That's okay, folks. All learning. Week 1 is not going to be as great. Oh, well, never mind. It's a crit. Week 1 isn't going to be that great. Okay, let's just all get that out of there. Terra Blast into the Dragonite. Oh, that Terra Blast looks dope. Oh, that it looks so cool. And Sacred Sword. Oh, it's super effective. Never mind. Like I said, week 1 isn't going to be a major thing. Like it is, but it isn't. Because we don't know what everyone's playing, because I didn't play any Pokemon Showdown. I didn't see what anyone was playing, so I'm not going to worry about it. Week 1 is testing week for me. Ooh. We got Chi-Yu, Torkoal, Fluttermane, Weirdeer, Ursaluna, and Dragonite. Obviously, we're going to have to deal with some sort of Torkoal shenanigans here, but Ursaluna. I'm going to need to like create a list of Pokemon that is in the new gen so I can kind of see what their typings are, just so that I have it on the list. That's why Notion, who is not a sponsor of the video, but I would gladly like them to. I'm going to create that list later on today. Okay, so we're going to start with, who do we start with? It doesn't seem like Tornadus has been really helpful so far. Tornadus, Garchomp, because we're going to need to focus on a couple of Pokemon, Chien-Pao and Urshifu to take out the Torkoal and the Chi-Yu. Now, I do know that under certain circumstances, I can knock out both Torkoal and Chi-Yu. And with Tailwind up, I'm able to deal a little bit more damage. It's totally fine. The thing that I need to focus on is figuring out which is going to be the bigger priority. So we have Torkoal and Fluttermane, which is going to give off the thing there. So photosynthesis will automatically click. So the first thing I need to do is turn off photosynthesis. So speed was heightened. And because Fluttermane is here, I have to deal with something first. Question is, since I have to do Rain Dance immediately to turn off photosynthesis. Oh wait, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to protect, because that's what Garchomp has protect for. I think there's only 2 Pokemon in my team realistically that cannot protect, and I think in this team it might just be this guy. So Fluttermane will do the Dazzling Gleam, which will not hit Garchomp, but will hit Tornadus. And then Heat Wave will come in from Torkoal, which will undoubtedly hit. Oh, does not knock out the Tornadus. That's cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and set up with the Tailwind, so I'm faster. And then I will just hit them with the almighty Earthquake. Because Garchomp does Garchomp things with Life Orb. Ooh, Garchomp, come on. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Withdrew Torkoal so he can offset the rain. That's good. To bring out Dragonite. Shiny Dragonite. So shiny team seems like, but we'll Tailwind to make Garchomp faster than the Fluttermane. Fluttermane only has 205 speed. Earthquake will not affect the Tornadus or the Dragonite, but it will do a lot of damage to the single target Fluttermane and will not knock it out. Ooh, Dazzling Gleam comes out and will knock out both my Pokemon. Maybe I should have just Terra Steeled and just went right into that slot. Just boom, pop, get out of here. Maybe, because that was terrible. Place this on the left, and we'll put Urshifu on the right. I still wish that my camera wasn't so freaking high. I'd like to see my Pokemon, please. See, this view is perfect. But as soon as Urshifu comes out, my camera goes from this view to way up here. Oh, look, I can stay in this view. This is dope. Okay. We're going to Ice Spinner into the Dragonite slot. Because he's probably not going to Terra, but if he does, then he does. But I'm going to Aqua Jet into the Flutter Mane. Withdrew Dragonite, so that's a good call. Who are you bringing in? Torkoal? Okay, so you offset the weather, which is totally fine. You can do that. You're going to activate Photosynthesis, which is totally cool. You can do that. But I believe I'm still faster because you're only 307. But it doesn't matter because Aqua Jet says no. Even in the sun, it still says no. And Ice Spinner will now go into Torkoal, which isn't going to do a whole lot because it is, unfortunately, fire, and Ice Spinner is an ice attack. Dragonite now comes out. And you haven't used your Terra. So I'm going to Sacred Sword. Is it safe to say that he's going to Terra? I mean, it would make sense because Torkoal wouldn't do it right now. Sacred Sword into Dragonite, and I'm going to Surging Strikes into Torkoal. Extreme Speed does a little bit of damage. Dragonite withstands that because he didn't Terra, which is something I thought he would do. But Surging Strikes now goes into Torkoal, does a lot of damage. Crits. 1, 2. It's not going to knock him out because he's not Terra, but it is also Sunny. So it gets very, very close to being knocked out. Hit 3 times. Here comes the Eruption. Nope, Heat Wave. And it still does a lot of damage to both my Pokemon, even though he's at very little HP. Oh, I'm burnt too? Are you kidding me? Why'd you hold me on with the sash just to burn me? That's so stupid. Oh no! Urshifu didn't get burned though. But this game's over. It's Extreme Speed. I hate you so much. Oh my god. 0-5. Like I said, we're learning, so we're not going to really care about the ranking right now. My heart. We went down to Great Ball rank 8. Alrighty. So our 5th, technically 6th match of the day. We've got Tornadus, Urshifu, Heatran, Rillaboom, Cresselia, and Ursaluna. Very interesting Pokemon setup we have got here. Okay, so we're going to go with the Tornadus first. There's a good chance that we're going to either see Rillaboom or Urshifu. We could also see like Cresselia and Ursaluna. So we need to go in with Garchomp. I think Chien-Pao is going to be really useful here. And I think we're going to need Urshifu. I think those are the Pokemon I'm going to select for this particular match. Because we do have Trick Room Setter, but not everyone is meant for Trick Room. And we also do have Tornadus who can set up, Tailwind, which is going to help out considerably as well. I would like to know if Grass Glide is in the game for Rillaboom. Rillaboom is perfect with Grass Glide. Becomes priority while Grass surges up. Let's see if it's in the game. Okay, so we got Tornadus and Rillaboom. Does not look like Grass Glide is in the game. So they took out his staple move in Gen 8 and gave him Drum Beating instead. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started off with Taunt on their Tornadus. And we don't get a real benefit from that. And we're going to go ahead and Dragon Claw Rillaboom. Fake out on my Tornadus, but that doesn't matter. Taunt. Covert Cloak says no. He's taunted. Shook off the top for the mental herb. Will now taunt me. Dragon Claw will now go into the Rillaboom, which will almost knock it out. Gets a crit. We're gonna swap out our Tornadus now, because you know he's taunted. He can't do anything. We'll go bring out Chien-Pao, and then we're going to then Dragon Claw Rillaboom again. I think that's the best course of action. I could use, you know, Bleak Wind Storm, or just the Storm technique, but I don't think it's gonna really matter. We'll bring out Chien-Pao though. Lower down the defenses to everyone. They will use Tailwind, so Rillaboom is gonna go faster than me, unfortunately. We'll use U-Turn on the Chien-Pao. We'll do crit damage. Not crit, but it will be super effective. And we'll go back and bring out Heatran. And then my Dragon Claw will go into that slot. I was gonna say it may not do a whole lot because he is Steel. We're gonna protect. Yes, we're gonna protect Chien-Pao. And I'm gonna Earthquake, which won't hurt the Tornadus, but it'll hurt the Heatran quite a bit. I think that's the call. Yes. I mean, he was able to get his Tailwind off, so right now he's gonna be faster. But I don't want to switch into my Tornadus just to have him get knocked out. That's not what I want. So if for whatever reason they get to knock out Garchomp or Chien-Pao, won't this turn. Bleak Wind Storm will now not hit Chien-Pao, but it will do a little bit of damage to Garchomp. Not enough to knock him out. Doesn't also lower his speed. Earth Power will now come in and will not also knock out Garchomp. It gets pretty close. Life Orb will then take off a little bit of HP from Heatran. So that's good to know. I might knock myself out because Earthquake. Heatran will go down. Chien-Pao will not go down. Garchomp, will you live? Garchomp lives with just very little HP left. Oh. Thank goodness. We'll send out Urshifu next, which is the Rapid Strike. Okay. So how do I plan this? I can't protect with Garchomp now. And I think he outspeeds me quite a bit now. Ice Spinner into Tornadus. I think this is going to be the game where I just have to say goodbye to both. Because even with Protect, right? Urshifu is going to get through it. Plus he has... You know what? I want to retreat Garchomp. I'll bring out my own Urshifu. He's got Aqua Jet. So it didn't matter what I do. Chien-Pao avoided the attack. Urshifu does take a little bit of damage, but will survive. Surgeon Strikes on the Chien-Pao, which is going to knock him out. It's totally fine. Okay, Tornadus. Tailwind. God, nope, he's got this. I can't win. That Tornadus is gonna... Tornadus or Urshifu. Wow, I got outplayed. I really got outplayed. Let's try it. This Aqua Jet's gonna come in right now. Oh, no, it didn't. Not using Aqua Jet? Tornadus is going to live. Bleak Windstorm. Crit on Urshifu because he is part fighting. Oh, he's got Ice Spinner? That's dope. That's dope. The way he does Ice Spinner is so funny. That takes the grassy terrain. Let's see what happens. Earthquake. This is where he uses Aqua Jet, but I'm going to Terra Steel, so water shouldn't be really affected by it, but we'll see. We shall see. Come on in. Water's fine. Earthquake does nothing to Tornadus. And does about half to Urshifu. Does nothing, but Garchomp literally had like no HP left. Even with a crit, man, you didn't have to like rub it in. Come on, game, you didn't have to rub it in. All right, ladies and gents, this is our beginning ranks of Season 8. Unfortunately, we did not do too well. We had one win, but because it was the DC, it doesn't count. So even though it was there, you guys saw it in the footage, which is why you're going to get an extra fight today. This doesn't count. I hate DCs regardless if it's in my favor or outside my favor, because even if it's in my favor, it still doesn't really reflect the rankings because they just don't count it, which sucks. But again, I don't think it really matters because the main focal point to me today is to see how my team is going to go. I don't play Pokemon Showdown, and when I try to, there are many different mechanics outside, which is why I created 2 accounts. I created a testing one and then my actual one. And my testing wasn't really to see if my team would do really well. It was to see what I could be expecting for different types of move sets, like Worry Seed. Worry Seed that could be learned from Jumpluff can make the Pokemon it targets into the ability to be Insomnia, which is great. It also allowed me to see what I could physically do to Fluttermane to maybe have a different outcome to photosynthesis. That was really interesting to find. It also allows me to test different types of calcs that I could really see that doesn't really show up on a lot of the other calcs that is out there. Pikalytics has a calcing tab that you can go in to see what different types of moves would do to several different Pokemon. Totally fine. However, it doesn't really tell you the significant changes in the stats specifically for different things, like Mystic Water. Mystic Water gives a times 20 or a 20% increase. So in the calcs, it would be 1.2 times whatever the base power of your water attacks are, which in Surging Strikes would go from 25 to 30. Aqua Jet, it's a 5-point difference, right? But they don't tell you that in the calcs. So you know, but you don't really know because it only shows up in the percentage on top what it's going to be. So I don't test a lot of my teams before they come out because of the fact that it's like, you know, I want to see how it is physically. I'm a person that learns from seeing physically instead of just like, oh, I can just read pages off of stuff. A lot of people have been discussing this for over a month. People were banning Smogon banned Regieleki. If he's so powerful, how is I being knocked out? Because he's not. Regieleki is still just a Pokemon at the end of the day. Now, Smogon does play by a different set of rules. Don't get me wrong. I don't play Smogon, but they have access to almost everything in the game. V moves, Dynamax, Gigamax, Megas, all of those, right? And every single Pokemon can have something of that nature. I don't think that really pertains to Season 8 and Gen 9 today, though. But that's just me. But this week is just so that I could see how my team really works out. I do have the speed, and Tornadus is out there 100%, but isn't enough to break the mold. Now, a Genie doesn't have access to screens. It doesn't really have any access to anything besides a weather setter, so Sunny Day or Rain Dance, and then Tailwind, and then also has access to Taunt, which is great. Rillaboom, being in the game, now has access to, not only Grassy Surge, but Fake Out, and then U-Turn, 3 things that are really, really good. Dragonite is still a problem, even though this gen is almost counterintuitive to his build, but is still really, really strong. That's why I don't fear like Fluttermane isn't going to be like knocked out of his #1 spot. I think people are going to have to use them less because there's a lot of Pokemon that can now knock out Fluttermane without a problem, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But this is good. This is a good learning thing. My team isn't doing that great, but again, it's still day 1. Now that I can kind of see what everyone else is bringing to the table, I can now start finagling some things and see what fits, what doesn't fit. I think Fluttermane probably needs to come back to the team, and I don't think Talonflame is going to be the best one either. Even though he can probably take out Rillaboom. Wow, I don't know why I keep on saying Rillaboom, but he could take out Rillaboom no problem. But the rest of the Pokemon, Talonflame still has a problem with Dragonites and Chien-Paos, even though Chien-Pao is weak against Talonflame. So now we have to start thinking of other things. It's going to be a nice conversation starter. So what do you guys think? What would you bring to the table, either to my build, or what's your build for Season 8? I'd like to hear it. I think there could be a lot of different changes to my team specifically, or there could be some changes that I could just do later on down the road. I'm not 100% sure, but it's just the beginning of the season, and I'm kind of excited. So let's get the conversation started. Let me know down below what you guys think. Like the video if you did, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe if you're new or if you're a returning viewer. I do appreciate all the support that you guys give to the channel. It does help me out a lot. At the end of the year, I'd like to hit 1,000 subs, but if you guys want to hear something a little bit more feasible, probably hit like 400 by the end of this month, if you guys want. We're at 340, so I appreciate it. But that's all that I've got for you today. I'll be back tomorrow for more content, and I hope you enjoyed the 2 videos that you get today, which is Monday. The 5 that you guys got on Saturday is amazing. Like, those are doing really, really well, and I hope you guys like those, because we might do it again at the end of Season 8. If you guys want, let me know. But until tomorrow, I'll see you then. Have a great day, and keep your chin up, guys. It's gonna be a rough few days. Peace.